I remember this one story when I was really small, that I was participating in this race, and there was this other kid who was really fast. He was known as the fastest kid in the grade, and he would always come up to me like, "Oh, I'm going to beat you. You're not going to win. You just trouble me." And so I went back home and I told mom and dad about the race and what this kid told me. So dad would take me outside and he would make me run from the house and to the gate and back and forth. Then he told me, if you want to win this race, then you've got to imagine yourself, you've got to envision it, and you've got to have to see yourself win the race. And then when the race came, I beat the guys. So what he taught me even then, I still use today.
I admire most from my mom, it'll be her foresightedness. Like, she doesn't get caught off guard, and she's always very clear in her thinking. She's a very strong person.
She knows how to keep everything under control.
It's 25 years, and sometimes it feels like it just happened yesterday, but at the same time, it also feels like I've known you all my life, because my memories are just filled with so many incidents and lovely memories of you by my side. This was a time when I was 16 years old and I was in Hyderabad, and my neighbor was getting married, and she happens to be related to my sister's husband, who is also related to Ashish. So Ashish's parents and my sister and their family, and several of them came down from Bombay to attend the wedding. My sister happened to share a few things about Ashish, and I had never met Ashish before that. He was a good friend to her, and a couple of days down the line, I had a dream. And in that dream, I saw Ashish speaking to my sister, and it was the day of that wedding. He was telling my sister that he likes me and he wants to marry me. While he was saying that, I could see my sister's sari just twirl around him, and I just woke up soon after my dream and wondered what I just dreamt. And then I went back to sleep because Ashish was not supposed to attend that wedding anyway. A couple of hours down, we get a call from Ashish that he's coming down for the wedding. And when I heard that, I was shocked. But I chose not to tell anybody about the dream. And in the evening, he decides to visit my sister. And he came to my house. And just before he came, I was fast asleep, and I was woken up by my niece saying that, "Hey, my Ashish uncle has come, let's go and see him." And I just woke up from my sleep and
walked into the living room.
And walked into the living room.
Half asleep.
Half asleep, I should say. And that is how he saw me first.
And you look pretty even then.
And just before the wedding, we all had to gather at the girl's house, because everybody leaves from there to the church. And while I was there, he just walks out of the room all dressed up, and I see him exactly in the clothes that I had seen him in my dream. The tie, the shirt, and when I saw that, I got a shock. I said, this has to come to pass then. Maybe a couple of weeks down the line, the video of that wedding was released. And we were all excited, and I went there to see the video. And towards the end of that video, I happened to see a scene exactly what I saw in my dream, where Ashish and my sister are standing and talking to each other, and her sari twirling around him. And I knew in my heart that was exactly the moment that he would have communicated what he felt about me to my sister. And I cherished that dream in my heart. I thought over it so many times, because I knew this is not a coincidence or just happened by accident, but there definitely was something that God was communicating to me.
For me, it was like the first time when I saw her, she was the one I wanted to marry. And from that moment when I saw her, just like something just resounded within me that made me feel she's the one for me. It was not easy. And I never got any response back from her, any interest back from her. I asked her sister, and I never got any response back and no interest, nothing. So I didn't know what I was dealing with in reality for several years.
I didn't respond to him, though he communicated this to my sister, because one of the things that I wanted in my husband was that he would love God, and that was not something that I saw in him during those few days. So I didn't want to make any decision at that time, and I wanted to just give it time. That's when my sister turned around and told me that Rika, she's just changed, he's not the same guy, he loves the Lord, and he's so interested in the Word, he teaches the Word. And the minute I heard that, I knew this is the man I was waiting for.
I got this letter one day at my desk in the office. What it said that she likes me, and if I had nobody else in my life, she wants to marry me. And but again, like I got that letter. As much as I was kind of happy with the letter, but like I was again concerned. If it's not God's will, I don't want it. So I wrote a very polite letter back saying that I'm sure you'll make a good wife for anybody. And she says, no, I can only make you a good wife. But strangely, I still remember it was my desk where I used to study and pray. I was on that, sitting there one night, writing the letter. I'd written this whole letter out. And then I pondered over the letter and I prayed this very simple prayer. I said, God, if there's any way, because it's a very big decision I need to make in my life, if there's any way I can know that this is your will, rather than basing it on my likes, my emotions, and whatever I've experienced, I'd appreciate it. So I had no clue about, if God would, speak, or God would lead me. I didn't know, but it was a very simple, earnest prayer. But the next thing I felt was such a peace in my heart that I felt just right about the whole thing. So I tore the letter up and I said, I rewrote another letter and I said, I'm coming down for my brother's wedding. At that time, I come down to Trivandrum, we'll get engaged, we'll get married. And that's exactly what happened. And reflecting back at the many years we've had, I think some of the most fun moments were the times when we sat on the steps after engagement. I used to sit, I used to go every day very early in the morning. In fact, even before breakfast, I used to leave my house, get down to her house, and we used to sit at the steps just outside. And we'd sit from morning 7:30 to probably around 10 at night. And I don't know what we had to talk about, but we never ran out. It was nearly a full month, so that is just after engagement. In fact, it's sometimes, even till today, we do that. But we stay up all night and we just talk.
Memories that we just cherish so much, and we just keep reminding ourselves of how beautiful the Lord.
Kids.
The Lord has also blessed us with beautiful kids. We're really grateful to God for them.
We took our time. We took a few years to just enjoy ourselves, because that's some of the time when we did some of the most crazy things.
I remember on my 11th birthday, I thought that there was not going to be any surprise at all, so I was quite sad. So my parents were also acting that. So at the end of the day, they made us sit in this room and they were taking photos, and I was upset. You could see that in the photos. And then a dog comes through that door. It was a shock because I didn't expect us to get another dog. And they're really good at giving surprises.
In spite of him being busy, involved in so many things, what I like about him is he does show a lot of interest when it comes to the family. Be it, doing the house or dressing us up or Even if it is me or the kids, he loves to get involved. He's very focused, like if his heart is set on something, he is an achiever. So when he wants something, he makes sure he goes all the way to make sure that he gets whatever his mind is set on.
What impresses me most about Rekha is her guts. That's what I first admired about her. I just found her as different from people that I seen before. Still today is one of the trademarks that I see in her, which I cherish and admire, is her boldness. Come what may, she's one of those people who will just take anything head on. And she's not afraid and she's not fazed by anything that comes her way. Or even the fact when she had one of our kids die, and then God used her to raise that kid from the dead. Even when we went through some challenging trials, the way she stood with me, strengthened me. These are some of the things that stand out about her as her guts. She lives to please me. So that's what I've seen, and she just adjusts to anything. She, just flows with me, and she's just been a great partner. And so because of that, today we've got a lot of common interests, and we've been able to have a lot of common passions, and we just do everything together. There's nothing that we have which is mine or hers, as we can call it. Everything we do is together. It's all about us. She's like, I call her the Pied Piper. She can make any kid dance. She has an incredible ability with kids.
I also see him as a fantastic encourager, where he just encourages people and builds people's confidence. And I've seen him counsel so many people, and the wisdom with which he flows is amazing. There are so many things that I've learned from him at that moment when he is just counseling people. It's like he has the answer for every problem, and really admirable about him.
But as I reflect, I think my love for her increases day by day. We have so much of fun every day. I just like her by my side, and just the fun that we have is just incredible. I personally believe my wife is like fine wine. She gets better with age. She looks more beautiful each passing day. Life together, I think we've not even seen the best. I've enjoyed the 25 years, every moment of it, but I think greater years are yet to come.
There's so much that we learned over the years, so much we've experienced, so much we've gone through together. There has been times of challenges, but we just saw how God helped us get through all of them. He never failed us. We've just been going from strength to strength and glory to glory. I believe that the Lord who brought us together will take us through, and He will glorify Himself in and through our lives and in our family as well. And I'm just waiting to see what unfolds before our eyes. What has He got in store for us? It definitely has to be beautiful. It definitely has to be beautiful.
Yeah, as the scripture says, eye has not seen, ear has not heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man what God has got for His people. This love is so sweet. It's only our boasters and God's goodness and the way He's brought such beauty into this marriage.